Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? We're all doing very, very well. Now, I know it's been a good few days since I've done a video. In fact, the last one I did was Jeremiah Johnson, the Mountain Man. It was a while ago, a good few days ago. And you guys know me, I like to do videos, at least every other day, preferably every day. But it hasn't happened this week, because this week's been a nightmare of a week. I've not enjoyed this week at all. It's one of those weeks where, well, another day, another dollar. It could be better tomorrow. And then you wake up in the morning and it's worse again. The next day is successively worse than the previous one. Depressing, dank, miserable, wet. It's a typical UK winter. Oh, your Christmas card, your picture postcard, your little hamlet in the middle of nowhere. The slaughtered lamb, bedecked with snow. No, pissing down rain all the time. Dead depressing. So each morning I woke up and now I reached the point where only one eye opens like that. Will today be any better? The other eye's going you find out for me because I really can't be arsed. In fact, no, go it alone. I'm staying here in bed. And yeah, it has been progressively worse. Now, it's because of innumerable things, innumerable extraneous variables have thrust their little bastardized selves into my life. The job itself, Kilt-Man'S new job, Kilt-Man'S whiskey money job, looking after kids on a bus going to their special school because they've got special needs. Yeah. They're all bastards. That's what I say. They're bastards. All kids are bastards. That's a given. These are specialised bastards. And yeah, this week, they've really managed to wind me up good style. And yeah, I've lost my rag a couple of times, and you don't want to do that. You shouldn't show any chink in your armour. Never show a Chinaman in your armour. A little chink in your armour, and they'll find it. They'll get their way in there. They'll exploit it. They'll work on it all the time. Well, it's common nature, isn't it? But there's got to be a point when you're gonna break. Oh, and I've broken this week. So They F and blind. I know Americans go what does that mean, F and blind? The big letter F, and a blind man struggling with it. No, it means swearing. Swearing like a trooper. Fuckity, fuckity, fuck. Thing I do all the time. But apparently I'm not supposed to do that on the bus. I understand why. But these guys, F and blind and fuck. And even though they're 10, 11 years old, they've all got girlfriends and they're banging away. No, they're not. And they're having fights every night. I fucking sparked the cunt. I fucking sparked him. No, you didn't. You're 10 years old, but you didn't do a damn thing. You played a video game. You watched something on TikTok. You didn't do anything at all. I don't mind all this showboat and stuff. It's all one-upmanship. They're all lads. There's no girls on the bus, and not even me. I don't wear the kilt on the bus. For today's edification, I am wearing the Ancient Mackenzie, which many of you regular viewers will know is my favourite tartan, and the one that my family is affiliated with. So anyway, I don't wear the kilt on the bus for very obvious reasons. I look too damn cool. But yeah, these guys, the F, they blind, but that's okay. Keep your seatbelts on, don't fuck about, just, have fun, because I don't know what their lives are like in their home environment. They all come from what seems to be very broken families, single parents, single mums, the majority of. Interesting. Made a little personal note there. because I've got all their numbers, haven't I? Because they've got to let me know, oh, so-and-so won't be on the bus today because of whatever's happened. Or can you pick us up later? Or whatever. I've got to liaise with these people. So I'm not only just sitting on the bus, I've got to do logistics. I've got to organise things in cahoots with my driver. And I have one driver in the mornings, Bill. And Bill's brilliant. I love Bill. Bill's super. Bill's got an earring and he wears hats. He's lost the hair on top of his head, but he's always been a hat wearer, and he loves his hats. And he's massively. He's older than me, and I feel really old these days. But he's into his 80s music, and so we put the radio on, and like Smooth FM or whatever, 80s hits, and it's just brilliant because he knows all the bands that I knew growing up, and he's older than me, and he's into them as well. He knows all the lead singers, the bass guitarists, and the keyboard players. He knows it all. So we have a really good laugh, me and Bill. In the afternoons, it's someone different. It could be Jane, it could be Suki. When I got told, the first couple of weeks of doing, this is now my regular run. I spent, a month, maybe 8 weeks, something like that. 8 weeks, Kilt-Man, that's 2 months. But I spent a fair bit of time when I first started this job, going from bus to bus and school to school, different kids, different drivers, different runs all the time. But now I've got this one because, for my sins, Kilt-Man, you're great. We think you're the man for this particular job because these guys are all bastards. But we reckon you're the biggest bastard of all and you can control them. They'll have a great time with you. So I was earmarked and put on this bus. But for better or for worse, I kind of like it, despite the fact that we have elements on the bus and this week has conspired against me. But anyway, I have Bill, the driver, in the morning, and he's superb. And we've got the whole pickups and drop off at school to a fine art now. Fine art. Because what you don't want to do, you don't want to arrive at the school early. The school doesn't open their doors till 5 to 9. They only put it 5 to 9. But because these teachers don't want to put up with all these kids, not just my lot, there's loads of others who are going to go in there as well. And they're all bastards. And so we don't want to have any sort of breakfast club. We don't need any of this crap. They used to open at 8:30 in the morning. And that's when we used to get there at 8:30. But now it's 5 to 9. And they're very deliberate about it. They sent a really snotty, horrible email out to everybody. The transport crew that I work for, all the bus drivers and all the transport companies and all the escorts. Me. I always knew it would end up being an escort. A very low class, low rent escort. We do not open the gates at 8:30 anymore. We open the gates and the doors at 5 to 9. So don't get it beforehand. And bloody good reason, because the kids don't like being sat, our lot do not like being sat in the car park, on the bus, just sitting there. Kids, you think they don't want to go to school. These kids, as aggressive and volatile and all their issues that they've got, they can't wait to get in there. They don't like being enclosed in this bus with me and Bill. So we learned very quickly after the time shift on the school that we've got to rejig the times to pick the kids up, and we've got to kill time driving round, and then get there. Preferably arrive late, so the doors have been opened, all the other kids have gone in, and we arrive there last, and they've shut the doors again, but they know we're going to arrive at some point, so there's still teachers there. So the door will open, our kids off the bus, like the anthill mob, one mass of swinging arms and fleas and and fisticuffs and broken teeth, leg it in there together, and then we just sayonara, motherfuckers. Gets on the bus, and we crank the music up even more, and we bounce back home, go hitting speed bumps at speed, We have new buses on the fleet. By the way, I don't work for the bus company. I work for the council. Wirral Borough Council. I will have to have a Swifty to get over that fact. And but this company, they've got a big Irish boss, and he came over a few weeks ago with a bunch of new buses, all space age fantastic things. A big red one, a big silver one, which we had for a while, called it the Silver Dream Machine, and it was great. And then we got one that looks like an old school one, but it's actually a newer bus, and it doesn't have the slide door, which you know at the side the kids leap off, or when you pick up the kids leap on. This is just doesn't have a side door. This bus now, I sit in the front, the cockpit, and like the door opens, and like you've got a springy seat, which is really projectile. Many's the time that I've got up from the seat and it's fucking smacked me up the jack seat. You're not quick enough, are you, Kilty? Get off the bus. But the kids get on that way, and because that's the driver's bit as well, and you've got a bit more space to play around with, and you've got all the overhead stuff, and we've got lights as well. We've got a light show which flickers up and down the the carriage, the wagon, the seated area, and the seats all like you can recline them and you can move them forwards and backwards, and oh yeah, they've worked it all out. And you've got the back seats, only 3, but they're wider seats. They're higher up than the rest of the seats. So the scumbaggeroonies will sit down there and like they preside over everybody else. Really, I'm making them sound like right nightmares. They're not. They're actually great. They're all great kids on their own. Individually, they're superb. When they get together, and there's one, when he gets on, everything, the dynamic changes. It goes from being reasonably okay to sudden just chaos and anarchy. But yeah, so these buses, they are terrific, and there's clocks and dials, and like in the rear view mirror there's a camera that just looks at the back end, so when you're reversing and all that. Like, you guys know I don't drive, so it's all like black magic to me. Wow, it does this, it does that, and does loads of things like. But Bill is old school. Bill's driven buses for 36 years, something ridiculous like that. He's also ex-Navy, ex-merchant Navy. So we have a great laugh all the time. But he's forever like a little digital message comes up on his the screen he's driving there like that, and it says tell off, and I'm going like, well, I'm now sitting not with him, but I'm sitting in the back, in the zoo, and he's going like, it's flashing up tell off, and I'm going, who am I meant to tell off? I'm telling you all off now. It's come up on the dashboard now. We're going to tell one of you bastards off. And he doesn't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And other things come up, other little words and little jargon flash up all the time. And he hasn't got a clue what they are. And no, I can't help him. I've got no idea whatsoever. We did get on the bus. It was last week, I think it was. And or was it the start of this week? It all blares into one great big Groundhog Day of pickups and drop-offs and pickups and drop-offs and pickups and fighting and pickups and drop-offs and fighting and pickups and drop. Anyway, yeah. He picks me up from here, the Kilt-Man'S. I put my high vis on and I run across the drawbridge and I stand out there. Resplendent, all the peasantry who live in the hovels, the daub and clay wattle hovels that they've got, and they're all like, Master Kilt-Man, doffing the cap and like poking themselves in the eye, as I always did there, And like, oh, he's doing his bit for the community. No, look at him, his high-vis vest. Look at it, he's the Lord of the Manor. He's the Baron. But look, he's giving back to the community. And then once I get on the bus, they'll go, ha ha ha, wanker. Yeah, and they're right. And so I got on the bus and I went, ooh, what's that smell? And I'll tell you what the smell was. It wasn't Bill. Bill smells lovely. It was carbon monoxide. Oh yeah, one of the favourites. Carbon monoxide, you say? Yeah. And we were like, I said, what the hell's that? Now Bill's older and Bill's got asthma as well, and it played havoc with him, to be honest. But we're like, well, where's it coming from? What? So let's open all the windows. So we open the windows. Now some of these buses, the windows at the front in the driver's bit open both sides, and maybe the front seats, you can open the window a little bit. But it's a good thing the windows don't open on these new buses, because this bunch of swines open the windows and lean their heads out, which they shouldn't do anyway. And I have to drag them back in, like, although I'm really forcing them out. There's a wall coming up. Oh, look, it's a semi truck. Lean out. Poof. Ooh. But they lean out and they shout at people. They shout stuff, nasty stuff as well. So these buses are better when you can't open the windows. So it's great. And the lads have kind of got used to that, and they love the newer buses. But that smell, me and Bill knew this ain't good. But what could we do? What could we do? And so the kids got on, and none of the kids even noticed. We kept our windows wide open so the wind's blowing through. But when we dropped the kids off at school in the morning, Bill only does the morning run, and he dropped me off again, and Bill was like, he'd gone blue. And I said, mate, we can't get on this. You've gotta speak about this, and which he did do, and I did do in the afternoon to other drivers. So the bus got looked at. That's the point. The bus got looked at. But when I got in to here, I was all like woozy, and like my head, I was like just fucking all over the show. My throat was closing. I was coughing and gasping and wheezing. So I had to like literally go out for a walk. I said to Bill, I sent him a message, go out and get some fresh air. It's the only thing that's going to clear it. Get some fresh air into your lungs. But because he's got asthma, and he's got two different inhalers. You know, he's got the medicinal one, and he's got the one which is pure whiskey mixed with cocaine. What a wallop, you know. But days later, he's still suffering with that. So that was pretty bad. And but the kids never. Nothing happened to the kids, sadly. Oh, when you want Russian assassins with knobby chocks, knobby fucking cocks, mother sucks cocks in hell, whatever the fucking hell it is, like that chemical agent that they used in Salisbury, we could have done with that. Pump that through. Oh yeah, take them out. I don't mean a word of this. And because of that sort of the school rejigging the time, when we go and pick up the kids in the morning, we've often got time to kill, so we drive down to New Brighton. Now, again, regular viewers who do not know this area at all, you could be in Alabama, you could be in Australia, you could be in South Africa, you could be on the moon. You don't know where I'm talking about, but I've described it many times, and I've filmed it in a lot of earlier videos when I used to go walkabout, you know. But New Brighton is that way. It's just down there. And Liverpool is behind you guys that way. The Mersey is just right behind you. You can probably feel it lapping up against your arse crack, but it's right behind you. And but we go down the front. So the Mersey's there, Liverpool's that way. But you go down to New Brighton, which is on the northwestern tip of the Wirral Peninsula, which is what the Kilt-Man'S resides upon, the Wirral Peninsula. And so you've got like, it's gorgeous, especially in the winter time. It's because you've got the sun is really low in the sky, if you've got any sun at all. And you can see the Welsh mountains off to one side, and the Irish Sea is just over this side. And you've got what they call the dips. These are great big grassy sort of. You've got the embankment with the sea wall, and the sea comes flying over this with tempestuous waves a lot of the time. But you've got these big grassy depressions in the land. That sounds really depressing, but I mean they are sunken, and they're called the dips. And there's 3 of these, and you have circuses turn up there. You have fun fairs. You have people have picnics there. Summertime it's lovely. The train to New Brighton station from Liverpool will come through behind the dips. So it's lovely, and you've got like lovely high-rise apartments. Does that sound lovely to you? They're actually pretty nice. And you've got like a very posh road called Warren Drive, which is up the hill. The Whittle Peninsula, the Wallasey, where I live, is built on a hill, a huge big hill. From every single side, it's a hill. It's a big promontory. And where I live, Kilt-Man'S is the highest point. We actually are on the highest point of Wallasey, right here, right now. You're with me. You're right on the top, on the cusp of the Whittle Peninsula. And so it's idyllic. So we drive around there. If we've got like, say, 10 minutes to kill, as I said before, you don't want to arrive when these kids, and the doors haven't opened, and you're sitting in a car park, and like these kids have unbuckled, they're forever unbuckling the bastard selves, and put your buckles back on, and it's just like a mantra. They're not going to do what you tell them to do, and but they start fighting, and they're filling each other in, and fucking fists are flying, and you're using mind bullets, open the fucking doors to the school and let them in. And then finally the doors open, and they're doing it later and later each day. So, as I say, we arrive there late, but we drive around all the dips and New Brighton, all the Flora Pavilion, Fort Perch Rock and all that. And just to kill time. And you try and distract these kids from beating each other up and all that, and hailing abuse down at me and Bill. And the dips are full of birds in the morning, because you're talking. This is like what 8:30 to 8:45 in the morning when we're floating about there and spinning around, and you got pigeons, you got seagulls, you got other breeze, and they're all there. The early bird catches the worm. And I always go on to the kids, oh, look at all the birds, they don't give a shit. They listen to Eminem, they can all rap, murderous, dirty rap. They don't want to, oh, look at the birds. What are you, some kind of fucking wanker? And I guess so. And it kind of gets me about these birds, and the worm, they're catching the worms. Obviously, you get the dew, you get the rain, and the worms, dickheads that they are, got to come up to the surface, and then they get picked off left, right, and centre by the birdies. Wouldn't you think the worms are somewhere get wise to this and shit, lads, calm down. Don't go up there. Let's send someone up, have a little look first. Jimmy the worm. Jimmy, go and have a little look up top. Go on. And Jimmy's like that. Sticks his head up, and a fucking gull goes, hey! Jimmy's head's gone. Whoa! But Jimmy slides back down again, and they're all like, well, what's it like up there? Shit, he's got no head. But they're worms. Jimmy grows another head. What? Hello? Weren't so good. I wouldn't go up there right now if I were you. It's just, and the birds, even if it hasn't been raining, the birds know what to do, don't they? So they're all doing fucking river dance, tapping around on the grass. Ooh, it's just rainfall, pitter patter, and the worms are going, ooh, idiots, oh, come me again, damn you, you bastard. I'm not trying to distract the kids with this. They don't give two shits. They just want to hail abuse. There's been one of those weeks relax. It's Christmas time, and there's no need to be afraid. But I don't feel any Christmas spirit at all. The vibe has not happened for me at all. We've got one tree up, and even the cat's kind of just like, well, okay, you know, I'm not even asked about the tree. The cat hasn't bothered with the bloody tree and the baubles and all the lights and that. It's there. She was interested for a bit, but she hasn't really done a great deal. The cat has learnt to climb. We have a big, massive, space-age, futuristic fridge freezer over there. Big tower fucking thing. And it's towers above me. It's probably about, I don't know, 6.5 feet tall, maybe more. And the cat can leap from the ground on top of that now, because she learns how to do it. Because living on top of that fridge freezer was a basket. Used to be full of the dog treats for Roxy. Poor Roxy. If only I'd swap everything to bring that dog back. But anyway, so there was a little basket on there, a little plastic yellow black basket, a basket of dog treats. Roxy couldn't jump up there, you know. She'd have took the entire fucking house down if she'd done that. But the cat's worked out, and she trained on other high pieces. What over there, just that way, there is a huge, I could say wardrobe. Only in Kilt-Man'S would someone have a wardrobe in their kitchen. So the wardrobe here right now, the cat's learned how to get on. It's not as high as the fridge freezer. Learned how to get on top of that, but she was training herself. She was gearing herself up. And we go, oh my god, she got on top of that. Wow, isn't that amazing? Oh, look at it. And she's like on top of it, looking down upon us. You know, yes, humans, my minions, serve me, look after me. If you don't, I'll scratch your eyeballs out. And she's up there all the time. But what it was training. And now she's learned, right? Because up there, she can see the treats live up there. I'm gonna find a way to get up, and she can. Now she started off on the table, which is right there, our big extendable banquet table. She started off on that and held herself up there, and then realised, well, that's easy enough. But you know, hey, I'm a champion puddy. I can do things better. Now she can do it from the deck, from a standing start, and fucking held herself up there like a feline fly, up there like a shot. So now the treats have had to live in the bottom of the wardrobe, bottom of the cupboard over there, and it's got 2 doors. But she's working out how to open the lower door so she can get in there. I admire this. I think this is a fantastic trait of cats and animals, that they can learn to adapt. And whatever you do, whatever you put in place to try and thwart their machinations, they'll find a way around it, because they're just superb. They're brilliant covert operators. Cheers, y'all. Oh, you'd be wondering why Indiana Jones is there. I was in the pub just before I sat down to do this video, and I've been in the pub a lot actually lately. What a fucking surprise, you know. And I've managed to actually annoy a couple of people. I don't do that, but I've had, actually it's weird, it's not a couple of people. I annoyed the same person twice, and they've stormed out of the pub. Admittedly, they were pissed as of heart, and they were obviously on one to begin with, on both occasions. I won't say who it is, but when he stormed out last night, he did lean over to me several times, and this was late on last night, and I've been out for a good long while, so would he, longer than me, and I drink the good stuff. He's just drinking pints of fucking lager and all that, and he went, "You haven't killed anyone. You haven't killed anyone." I've bored people to death many times, and "You haven't killed anyone." It's like, oh fucking hell, why aren't you necking? And you turn around and he stormed out, and And I said to him the other mate, I was like, oh, should I go after him? He said, oh, don't bother. I thought, nah, it's not fucking worth it. He's ex-forces as well, like, and I was like, oh, there's no point going after him. He's going to have his little meltdown now. Fine. But that's the second of 2 occasions this week where I've managed to piss him off just by inadvertent, just me being me, just saying stuff. You've got to realise when someone's in a much higher level of pissness than you are, they're already on one. They're focused on what they want to tell you about, and they're not listening to other things. Every other little word is bouncing off them, but one word, one sentence they hear that with clinical fucking precision. They zero in on that and like, well, what the fuck? Why the fuck you say that? Oh, wow, yeah, you've never killed anyone. You've never killed anyone. You haven't. And I think, well, I fucking might kill you in a minute if you don't shut up, like. And he stormed off. I'm like, oh my god. No, and he's all right. It is just one of those moments. We all have them. So, so it's been a week of just shit. It's Christmas time, and I want to feel that vibe, and I'm not getting it. People are going to be like, oh, it's going to go cold, it's going to snow. Is it bollocks going to snow? I'm going to eat my words very soon. It never snows at Christmas time. It doesn't, for us here, where I am, we're a peninsula, sheltered by the Welsh Mountains. You've got the Pennines that way. Oh no, hang on, no, got that wrong. Welsh Mountains are behind me. Irish Sea there. Pennines are that way. And you're sheltered. We are sheltered here. We do get extremes of weather. We get the big storms which whistle the fucking way up from the east coast, you know, the southeast coast. They fucking barrel their way up from the Midlands, and they get spewed out over Merseyside and the Wirral Peninsula. And we get them from the other side, from the Atlantic, coming across Ireland and fucking hitting us from that side, you know. So, and that is a sort of recent development that I know of. I've done videos on this where our Conservatory has been blown to smithereens. Our older Conservatory, the one we've got now, is built by NASA. Oh yes, NASA. This thing could stand on Mars and withstand anything that Ridley Scott could throw at it. You know, and it is, you know, fucking de rigueur. It is the pièce de résistance of conservatories. Space age cosmic conservatories. And but we do get weather, but snow. We don't get snow. When I was a kid, I'm not going to belabor this. Oh, we had 6 weeks of pure sunshine in our summer holidays, which it was. Now it pisses down the entire time, like. But at Christmas time, we had snow at Christmas. I fucking know it. I remember sledging in Harrison Park, sledging down the fucking hills of Harrison Park, which is the strangest park known to man. It's like a bunch, like a rash. It's like a rash on the land of little hillocks, which look fake. But I grew up with it, so I don't know when it was done. I don't know how it happened. There's all houses and suburbia around it, but it's a lovely little park with these series of hills. But when you were a kid, you were sledging, and if your sledge got knackered, a bin bag or a plastic bag was actually even better. You fucking really put your feet in a bin bag and just climb up the top of the hill and fucking launch your ass into it. Boof! Off you went like a fucking Exocet missile. Boom! And of course, you always, when you've been sledging or playing in the snow, you always went over like dog shit all over you, because you couldn't see where the dogs had shit because of the snow. So you got like fucking dog shit all over you. But it was all part of growing up. Don't get that now. There's no snow here at all. There's plenty of dog shit. There's no fucking snow whatsoever. So that ain't gonna happen. White Christmas, my arse. I will definitely do videos if there's a White Christmas. I'll take it out there in the snow and the ice. and all you'll see is a video of my feet in the fucking air like that when I've slipped on my arse. So, in all this sort of week of nothingness, big fat grey wet nothing, I thought, like, well, I'll do a video, but movie wise there's nothing to talk about. Well, there is if you're into like fucking Wicked and a lot of other bullshit movies which I'll never talk about, but things that interest us, the Kilty clan, there's fuck all to talk about. Oh, the big news may have been Scarlett Johansson, ScarJo, who I talked about recently as well with The Exorcist, you know, new movie. She's possibly gonna be in the Batman Part 2 for Matt Reeves. Possibly she's in talks to be in that. So what? Fucking who cares? There's no movies out right now. Nothing I want to see. Nothing I give two shits about, or even one shit about. So I can't. There's nothing to review. So I'm like, you know, for a guy that sits here reviewing movies and movie merch and stuff about movies, I'm like, so I'm playing. Some of you may have picked up on this. I know some of you guys are really wise when it comes to your movie genre. You're savvy with movie composers and all that. Like, I know you are. It's Richard Band's scoring for the 1984-85 movie Mutant with Wings Hauser. Sounds like he should be in like a fucking, you know, a fast food chicken joint. Wings Hauser. He was great. And it's say a mid-80s movie, which mutant by name, mutant by nature. Small town, rural town, and you've got toxic waste, which transforms people into, basically mutants. Think Night of the Living Dead, think Dawn of the Dead, think all the zombie stuff, think Return of the Living Dead. But it's kind of like, it takes the idea of like George Romero's The Crazies and David Cronenberg's Rabid as well. It's not that gory, but get on this. I haven't seen the movie since the 80s. When I made the transition, when this film came out on UK home video, I had Betamax. I was the guy that had Betamax bought for him and was really fucking pissed off in 1981, and then realised that Beta was better, just spelt it wrong. And I championed Betamax, fantastic. And then fucking JVC fucking spewed across the world with VHS, swamped the market. So obviously I swapped over. I had Beta and VHS running concurrently, you know, for many years. And then, you know, the VHS swamped it. And I'm pretty certain that the first copy of Mutant I had was VHS. And it was in the 80s, you know, pre-rental, ex-rental sort of stage that I bought. And I loved it. It got a sequel as well, Mutant 2. Hey! How original. And that was great as well. But get on this. I haven't seen either movie since the 80s. I swear to you. I love Richard Band's music. Reanimator, From Beyond. Fucking so many movies. Like, just brilliant. A lot of synth, a lot of small scale ensemble electronica, but brilliant stuff. The Day the World Ended is just awesome as well. Like, and but he scored Mutant with the National Philharmonic Orchestra of Britain, of London, and not the London Symphony Orchestra, but the National Philharmonic Orchestra. And it's a wonderfully huge, encompassing, wide, epic score with melody, with themes, with momentum. It's glorious score. And I found myself in a bleak moment, like, literally sitting here, like, I want to play some music to cheer myself up. I found this in the annals of my, my vast, movie library, movie score library here. And I thought, oh my God, what a great film. Need to watch it again. I'll go and find it. And then I realised, and it's not one of those cases where, oh, my Blu-ray or my DVD has gone missing and a spook of Kilt-Man'S has took it. No, I kind of remembered I never actually bought it on disc. I only ever had it on VHS, only ever. So I was like, oh, shit. So, what did I go and do? Oh yeah, there is a Blu-ray of it, a European Blu-ray, but it would have taken weeks to arrive here. Oh, look at this, big potato head. It would have taken weeks to arrive here, so I thought, fuck that then. I want to watch it now with a view to reviewing it. And so Amazon, I found it's got a British 18 certificate on it. It doesn't need to be an 18. I remember it's not gory, but there's tension and suspense, and there is violence in it, but it's not. I don't remember it being 18 or X, sort of level violence and gore. It's not that kind of movie. But anyway, I found it on Amazon, and there were several different versions. There was a Blu-ray, as I say, but it was European, and it would have took a while to get here. And I thought, fuck that. So I did buy this version here. It doesn't smack me of being like a genuinely sort of from a real kosher, company, because you can't see the distributor, the company at all on it anywhere, and it says PAL encoded, region 0. This motherfucker will play on any machine anywhere. You can put it on a banana skin and it will still play. It says that. It says that right fucking there, And but it's got the 18 certificate on it, the BBSC. But so folks, and I know a lot of you are gonna go like, I love that movie. I fucking love that movie. Well, you're gonna get a review. But and here's the big thing. I loved this movie when I was like in my teens. I'd be 14, 15 when I saw this. And that may well be the last time I actually did see it. And then I saw the sequel. And I remember loving that as well. Although I remember nothing about the sequel at all. I remember bits about this. But I'm going to watch this in the next day or so. And I will do a huge review of Mutant. It takes a mutant to review Mutant. The score is phenomenal. I will say that I love Richard Band's stuff, Full Moon movies and Charlie Band and all that. I love most of Richard Band's scores. And they got Resurrection and From Beyond and Dagon and fucking did he do Dagon? That's a good point. Kilt-Man says, pointing at himself. But his scores are great. They're very, Richard Band score when you hear it. However, this is not like most of his scores because it's fully orchestral. And yet, folks, you can hear a lot of the elements which creep into a lot of his other scores, or little motifs are there. Although I will say about this score, there's a lot of Jerry Goldsmith in there as well. There is, but who cares? You can probably hear the rain is now pitter-pattering down on our NASA Cosmic Conservatory roof. Anyway, folks, right now at this time, Liverpool are due to play yet again. So they're playing away. So my wife and my son are not going to the match. My wife's going out for yet another Christmas do. My wife, Mrs. Kilt-Man, has had so many dudes you would not believe. If I was like literally, if I was like a rural redneck, shotgun toting redneck, I would assume that my wife was having an affair because she's been out more than me, and I haven't. No, she's been out so many times. But as she said to me just before, well, I've got loads of mates. I've got loads more mates than you, and she's not wrong. As I've got older, all the different circles of people that I've been involved with, be it work people, old school mates, Marines and other forces, Wings Hauser. Yeah, he wasn't one of my mates, but he'd be welcome anytime. God rest his soul. And we've all fallen apart. And I do find myself now, maybe this is why it's been a bit of a bad week because Christmas is coming up. And she's out all the time with her different bunches of mates. I don't see anyone now that really mattered anymore. And we're all to blame for that. It ain't just me not getting in touch. None of us get in touch anymore. And I think it gets harder as time goes on as well, and people's circumstances change. I've got my one works due next Friday on the 12th, and this is only a recent thing. It's all the other escorts on these buses who invited me on this, and God love them. I'll give them an hour. They could be great, they could be a nightmare, but what I'll do is, it's in town, it's in Liverpool, my stamping ground. Liverpool is my stamping ground. So what I'll do is I'll go out earlier and have a fair few of the old whiskages, and I'll go and meet them. And if that's great, then fine. I know where I'm meeting them, and it's right where the heart of where I love to be in town. And then I can I'll do what I always do. I'll just go like, right, okay. And I meet my mates, or I'll just be honest and do my own thing now. If our paths cross again later, then unlucky for you. But I'm gonna go Matthew Street, and I'm gonna ricochet up and down the pubs and clubs, up and down Matthew Street, until dinner time the next day. And that's what I did every Friday, Freedom Friday, as you guys know. So that's next Friday anyway. That's my Christmas. It's one of those things where, I'm going to build this up now in my own mind, and it won't be what I think it was. I'm older now, I'm uglier, I'm fatter, I am not the fucking, the big thing that everyone was flocking to over the last, since 2015 till 2020, when lockdown fucking killed all my fun. And because I took that personally, lockdown didn't affect everyone, it affected me most of all. But I was having a ball. I was really, really, really enjoying myself. And as naughty as that may be, but I was. And I don't half miss it. But now when I go out, it won't be the same. I don't have that stamina. I don't have that shuts part either. I don't have that fucking, bon ami, joie de vivre. How many other languages can I throw in here? I just don't have it. I don't even have it anymore, and but we'll see. I'm kind of looking forward to it, not for that crowd, but for they're a stepping stone. They're a reason d'etre to. Again, I'm throwing fucking language, different lingos in all the time. They are my foundation. I can springboard from them. Okay, great, happy Christmas, and now, ta-ra! And off I go and do my thing. And then maybe at sort of midnight, 1 o'clock, go to the lobster pot and try and get a chicken curry. They stopped doing the chicken curry years and years ago. I did videos on that. They were the best, you know, sort of late night fast food. They're late night. They don't all fucking day long, but it's all like, you know, chicken cut. Well, it was chicken curries, chips, fish and chips, and fucking all sorts of fast food. But the Lobster Pot in Liverpool are renowned, fantastic food. But the chicken curry was absolutely, it was mint, and I loved it. And then he stopped doing it. Oh, well, we still got like this kind of curry and that kind of curry, but it's not what you had. Well, why did you stop doing that? It was the most popular fucking dish you ever served. Well, whoever did it, for whatever reasons are beyond us, it's been quashed. You can't get that chicken curry anymore. And I used to really love that, and it was bad, dirty food. And I'd get like a large chicken curry with like chips and all fucking sorts, rice and chips, and throw it all in, and you can eat it in, like, you're like, oh my god, man, whoa, give me a ladle, you know, give me one of the maids, and I'll sweep her through and just suck the curry off her earlobes. It was wonderful stuff, and it's gone. Speaking of food, though, Mrs. Kilt-Man went to a Christmas market today. She's going to a big Christmas meal with her mates, another do in literally within the next hour. But she bought me anchovies. Now I love fish. Well, I love sardines, tuna, mackerel. I love them, you know, with your tomatoey sauces and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a great big fish eater. Proper fish, you know, your sea bass, your trout. I wouldn't know how to cook them. I don't even like them. I wish I did. But the likes of salmon, tuna, sardines, mackerel, we do get lovely mackerel. It's been cooked. You can heat it up. You can fry it. You can do whatever with it, or eat it. You just eat it straight from the cold, and it's good. I love it. I love that. But anchovies I've never liked before, or so my mind tells me. And she went, oh, look, I was in the pub before, and she texted me, she's like, I've got you some anchovies. I said, okay, because down there in the market, they're all different flavours, different sauces put on them. So, well, okay, what flavours these then? And she would say, oh, I'm not sure, I think they're peppered. Ooh, I was like, I don't know about that. Well, you know what, they're in there right now. I am of a mind to sample a little anchovy right now. So, indulge me if you will. They're in this bag here. Now, like, you know, oh, plastic bags, Kilt-Man. Well, I recycle these. We get all food, we get all, whatever you get in the plastic bag, that bag ends up scooping shite. It always scooped Roxy's big dog turds. Plastic bags were the best thing to fucking do it. And the cat's litter tray, out back there. Again, these things worth their weight in gold. You won't get much gold out of the weight of these fuckers, would you? It's in the back. Oriental marinated anchovy fillets in sunflower oil. Well, she said peppered. Yeah, well, okay. Did we do it? Did we go in? Oh, you bastard. It has just completely leaked all that sauce on me fucking kilt. Well, won't be the first time my kilts smells a bit on the fishy side of things. Oh, you bastard. I've got all greasy, fucking fishy hands now as well. That didn't taste very oriental to me at all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do it properly. See them forks? When I grew up in my mum and dad's house back in the early 70s, these are the forks we had, and we've got them now. Proper bloody fork, substantial fork. The prongs aren't gonna fucking fail and twist and turn. You could spear a truck, a big double-decker bus, and flip it over, and the prongs wouldn't fucking move at all. Okay. Now anchovies, I've got to be honest, I always thought these things were like olives. Anchovies and olives were like things. Oh no, I can't stand olives at all. God, they're fucking slimy as hell. You meant to eat them like this? Where's he? I'm not getting anything oriental from this, apart from slimy deviants. The anchovy itself, not too bad. I think we've got the wrong flavour though, if I'm honest. Note to Mrs. Kilt-Man, don't get this one again. Because apparently the guy selling these has got like a big stall full of hundreds of different types of flavours and stuff like anchovies and Wensleydale, anchovies and cranberry. Oh, that'd be lovely. Went for the big haul there. Well, I guess a snog's out the question now, isn't it? Unless, of course, I meet a mermaid. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm into it. I do think I fucked up there. Massively. I've spilled all that fucking oil and juice all over me kilt, for one thing. And I think you can put them in the wok. You can put all sorts in there, all sorts of flavours, and do them in rice. Just fry them up. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Put them on toast. Or just squeeze like sauce, a bit of tartar sauce or a bit of peri peri sauce. Any sauce, any bloody sauce will work with it. Like so. I'm slipping, sliding no place. I'm like, I feel like Quint on the deck of the Orca once Bruce has just leapt up there and he's slipping and sliding down, and his sneakers are going, his little deck shoes. Yeah, fish oil, fish guts. I wonder if the cat will be interested in that. I don't know. She has not put in an appearance, has she? So anyway, you can look forward to a review of Mutant. If you've got it, watch it, and then we can enjoy it. And if you haven't got it, I'm sure it's probably on YouTube somewhere. There's tons of these movies. You can just get them on YouTube. Or on your dodgy stick, or whatever means you've got for playing movies. Oh yeah, indie. I think I was going to talk about that before. the reason why that is there is because when I was sitting in the pub before, I've got a mate whose name I have forgotten, and he does Indiana Jones cosplay. I met him good few years ago, many years ago now, at a Comic Con, and I was Snake Plissken, he was Indiana Jones, and he has all the real gear, the real shoes, and all that, like, and you know, all the socks, the underwear. He has everything, and I've got a lot of Indiana Jones stuff as well, but I don't really do that one. Just wanted to have the jacket and the whip and the you know, who doesn't want a jacket and a whip? But he does it all, and he's begun to drink in the cask. Now, literally about 2-3 months ago, he turned up there, and I was sitting there. We kind of eyeballed each other. I was like, "Is that?" He wasn't wearing the Indiana Jones stuff. He was wearing a Captain America jacket from, I think, the first Avenger. I've got the red, white, the combat jacket that he wears from the first movie. I've got that leather jacket, which is brilliant, grey and blue and red, with the stars all over it, and fucking it's fantastic. But he's wearing the actual leather flight jacket, bomber jacket, and I was like, I kind of recognise you, and we kind of like, we're a bit like, you know, is it? Isn't it? And like, of course, I'm wearing a fucking kilt. I'm the most obvious person in the world, but he didn't see me wearing a kilt. He saw me wearing like Snake Plissken's gear. So we got talking, and like, brilliant, blah 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 blah. I mean, great, yeah, good laugh. And then recently, he turned up with the Captain America jacket on, and he had a girl in tow, a woman in tow. And like, I thought it was his wife. I didn't know his circumstances. But apparently he just met her, and this was their first date. And where they were sitting, I thought, well, I'm not going to get in. Okay, I put my earphones back in. I thought, I'll just, you know, I'm going to leave you guys alone. But he kept bringing me into the conversation. So in the end, then we talking movies, and this new girlfriend was into the movies as well. So of course, you get me talking about movies. Well, I'm not going to stop, am I? So we're like, blah, 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 blah. She was like, oh, and so and so was in that. And no, she wasn't in that. She was in this, and this, but she was never in that. And like, I start doing all the correcting stuff. I am the most annoying cunt you could ever imagine. But we have having a good laugh, even with me being pure cunty, king cunty. And anyway, so everything's great, and we're going for something to eat now. Are you staying here, or are you going somewhere else? And I went, I'm probably going to come home. Anyway, I didn't go home, did I? And they came back less than an hour later. I'm not sure where they went for something to eat. They're scraping off the pavements, the sidewalk. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But they came back in, and they went to the bar, and they saw me, and I went like that, and they went, got the drinks, and sat around the other side. I thought, okay, well, that's charming, that, isn't it? Anyway, just this afternoon, I was sitting there, and I was doing my own thing and all that. Like, I met a couple of people, and I was all right. And they came in, and I went, oh, hey, I like that, indie, whoosh, and all that, like, snakes. And he went like that, and him and Mrs. Still the same girl. She was still with her. They got drinks, and he fucked off around the other side. I don't blame them at all. I don't blame them. As I say, I've pissed off the same person twice this week, and I've never done that before in my life with this particular guy. I've never done it before, but I have, and he stormed out on 2 occasions. Oh dear Lord! You never killed anyone. You sure about that? Yeah, I don't brag about these things, you know. It's not wise to do so. Anyway, folks, this has been a big meandering something and nothing. I will review. I literally bought that film So I can watch it again after rediscovering the soundtrack and thinking, wow, God, I love this movie. But I haven't got it. I can't watch it. I'll have to buy a version of it. And I thought, well, buy a version and review it. So guys, you can watch Mutant from 1984-85. Wings Hauser, Bo Hopkins. It is a Richard Band score. So much bigger than the film itself. But that just shows Richard Band, like, I've got the National Philharmonic Orchestra. I'm going to fucking use them. And it is a glorious score. And a great, the way I remember it, a great action-packed thrill a minute. Thrill a minute. I'm writing the tagline to the poster. Action-packed, thrill a minute. Mutant a go-go. You know, Kilt-Man. I'll watch it and go, oh, God. It's a load of shit. I also think that I always, in my mind, thought this was similar to Slither. Remember Slither from 2009, 10, 11, something like that. With the guy, Nathan Fillion, which I think is a brilliant, brilliant movie. Again, you try getting that, a good copy of that on Blu-ray. There's lots of different European versions, but an actual genuine copy, mind you, I haven't looked lately, so there might be a Scream factory release, I don't know. But I'd love to get Slither. That's a great film. Slither is genuine. It's a mutating mass, and there's a lot more effects, a lot more gore to it. This isn't like that. They become grey-faced zombie type, possessed, obviously, what's the word I'm looking for? Infected people. Anyway, it's Christmas time. Kentucky Fudge is making the effort. I can't be arsed just yet, but I will do. I'll get into this. I'll get into the Christmas vibe at some point. But at the moment, I'm just a big fat fucking mutant who's pissing off people in the pub left, right and centre. Ha ha! And hates kids. Fucking do, you know. Oh, they've got issues. Yeah, fucking hell. They're just as naughty bastards is what they are. But they've got all the mums around their little fingers, and they're on the spectrum, and they're getting all their benefits and all. Oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? Oops, a daisy. Right, I'm out of here. Folks, I have been always trying to kill, man. Please, in the meantime, it's ever expressive and don't really say what you really feel in between time. Gonna see you all later. So you gotta keep it kilted. You gotta keep it Celtic. Otherwise, I'm gonna come and get ya. I'm gonna get ya with anchovies in your face. Slippy, slidey anchovies. Fucking. Fucking. They're like fishy missiles. Everywhere.